Like I said, all our customer tales, they're on our web store. You go and look for the blog. But the one that was fascinating was one customer, they needed some chassis of a certain type of military vehicle. And there was none left here in this country. They'd all been sold off, whatever the case might be. This is a story that's told to me. So he knew where to find them. So he drove up to what you would consider Angola nowadays, and he then went across the border. And you've got to understand, there's landmines all over the place. And eventually, one day, he came in the deep, thick bush to a barrier. It's just basically like a tree that's been cut down. Now it's lying across the road, and it's these two guys. And he wants to go through because he wants to go to this camp. He knows where all these vehicles were back in the 1980s. And these guys say, no, you're not coming through. He's a white guy, they're not coming through. They're in the middle of the bush and they've got the rifles, he doesn't. So what does he do? This is genius. He drives about a couple hundred meters down the bush track, makes sure that he's not going to park on top of a landmine, breaks open a cooler box, gets out meat, and he starts to braai. And on about the second day, these two guards, they come down, they check him out, and they love the smell of the braai, obviously. So a couple of beers and a braai, eventually he gets a pass through. And eventually he gets to this main camp where they kept all this particular vehicle. And he strikes a deal with whoever's in charge. I'm sure money changes hands, beers and meat. And then he went back up there a couple of times with recovery vehicles, and they would cut off what they needed, and they brought it back. This is like living in Africa.